Global TV News Express, President Tinubu to inaugurate aviation agri projects in Minna. Federal government offers grants to over 17,000 MSMEs. Sanu Nasu declares 7-day warning strike over withheld salaries. And on the foreign scene, U.S. military ship heading to Gaza to build ports. In sports, Nigerian wrestlers sweep gold in Ghana. Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television. We're live in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I'm Wuyi Agumofwegbe. Let's begin by telling you President Bola Tinubu has inaugurated the renamed Minna International Airport's agro-processing zone and agricultural equipment. The airport, first inaugurated by former military head of state Ibrahim Babangida on June 20, 1990, was renamed Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Airport, Minna, by Governor Umar Bago of Niger. The remodeled airport was previously closed due to the cut-off runway, but now it has a fully furnished domestic terminal. About 2,000 hectares will be used for the agro-processing zone projects, 1,000 hectares for drip irrigation and greenhouses, and 1,000 hectares for processing of dairy products. The Controller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, says President Bola Tinubu has directed the Nigeria Customs Service to return all seized grains to their owners for onward retailing in the Nigerian markets. The Customs CG disclosed this during a stakeholder meeting at Kwangwalam, a border town in the Maidua local government area of Katsina State. He said the directive was given by the President in his magnanimous gesture of ensuring that people of the country have enough feed to buy at cheaper prices from the markets. He said, however, the return of the confiscated feed items to the owners was based on only the condition that it would be sold in the Nigerian markets. The Nigerian Senate has denied padding the 2024 budget by over 3 trillion naira. The upper chamber stated this after Abdul Ningi, a senator representing Bauchi Central and chairman Northern Senators Forum, told the Hausa service of the British Broadcasting Corporation (BBC) on Saturday that the 2024 budget was padded. The Senate in December 2023 had passed the 2024 appropriation bill totaling 28.77 trillion as against the 27.5 trillion estimate presented by President Bola Tinubu. The budget, which was raised by 1.2 trillion naira, was signed into law by the President on January 1, 2024. However, Ningi claimed that what was approved by the National Assembly was 25 trillion naira as against the 28 trillion naira being operated by the President. Wife of the Governor of Abia State, Priscilla Oti, has frowned at the discovery of a baby factory in Aba, the commercial hub of the state. She also revealed that the state government is determined to protect every Abia girl child against all forms of violence and sexual exploitation. The First Lady, who spoke in Umuahia, the state capital, expressed sadness that while the world was preparing to celebrate the 2024 edition of the International Women's Day, some nefarious persons were busy exploiting innocent girls for selfish reasons. Oti further assured of her commitment to collaborating with relevant government agencies in ensuring that those fearing abuse of Abia girls are held accountable, reminding the perpetrators and their sponsors that what they are doing is not an investment in women, but rather a destruction of womanhood, culture, and the entire generation. Let's turn to other stories for you. The Senior Staff Association of Nigeria Universities, SANU, and the Non-Academic Staff Union, NASU, have declared a 7-day warning strike. The union said the declaration was made to demand the payment of 4 months of withheld salaries of their members by the federal government after the 2022 nationwide strike. This followed the resolution of the Joint Action Committee of the two unions after a meeting held in Akure, Ondo State capital, on Saturday and Sunday. The federal government has disclosed that the phenomenon of brain drain, often referred to as Jagba syndrome, has deprived Nigeria of its top talent in the health sector, with no fewer than 16,000 doctors leaving the country in search of better opportunities abroad. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Pate, disclosed this in Abuja. Dr. Pate lamented that Nigeria has witnessed a generation of young doctors, health workers, tech entrepreneurs, and various professionals abandoning the country for better opportunities overseas. He said in the last 5 years, the country lost about 15,000 to 16,000 doctors to the Jagba syndrome, while about 17,000 had been transferred. As the holy month of Ramadan begins, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, has affirmed the commitment of Nigerians to ensuring the safety, security, and well-being of all citizens. The police, as an institution, he says, recognize the importance of respecting religious practices and cultural traditions and the need to promote the principles of tolerance, understanding, and unity within the country's diverse society. A statement by the Force Public Relations Officer, ACP Muyiwa Adejobi, quoted IGP Egbetokun as urging all Muslim Ummah to embrace the spirit of compassion, generosity, and forgiveness that define Ramadan. The President, Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association, the POA, Ogogo Musa, has underscored the imperative of gender equality and women's empowerment. Speaking at an event organized by the POA in commemoration of the International Women's Day with the theme Inspire Inclusion, setting the tone, the POA president expressed profound appreciation for the opportunity to honor the extraordinary achievements of women worldwide. Let's now join Kikelemo Okere for more of the report.
President, Defense Police Officers' Wives Association applauds the transformative evolution of Women's Day festivities and the rise of various professionals and social groups advocating fervently for women's rights and active involvement in societal advancement. She fervently appealed for concerted effort to acknowledge and honor the distinctive perspective and contribution of women from all walks of life. She paid homage to the tribalizing women who have propelled progress, dismantled barriers, and championed justice and equality within their communities.
Empowering women is one of the my core place of leadership, because I believe that when women are empowered, they'll be able to influence their community, their environment, and in extension to the society.
While celebrating past milestones, Ogogo acknowledged the persistent hurdles confronting women, including entrenched systematic barrier and discriminatory practice across education, healthcare, and economic realm. She advocates a resolute call to action for the dismantling of gender stereotype and discriminatory norms, stressing the need for policies that uphold women's rights and foster their empowerment.
And I love it when I see women doing well. I love it when I see women contributing, because without them doing this, the children, the home will not be where it's supposed to be. So this inspires me that if we are here to discuss this, we'll be able to know where we need to strengthen.
On her part, the special guest of honor, former Minister of Women Affairs, Dame Pauline Tallen, urged women to continue to stand together and support one another until they get to their rightful place in the society. She tasked government at all levels to appoint more women in decision-making process to ensure women's inclusion for the nation's socio-economic growth.
What I'm calling on all of them is to stand strong in prayers to support their husbands. The role of a woman is to be the engine room of prayer. God answers women's prayers more than ever. The security challenges facing Nigeria today can only be conquered through prayer.
Expressing heartfelt gratitude, the POA president extended appreciation to the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for her steadfast support of women's cause domestically and internationally. She further emphasized the imperative of solidarity and collaborative action in shaping a fairer, more inclusive society where every woman and girl can thrive, unfettered by gender-based biases and violence. Kike Lomo Okere, Global Television News.
Thank you, Kike Lomo. You're watching News Express, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us on our social media platforms using at Global TV NG and other handles, as you now see on your screen. When News Express returns, the federal government says oil earnings rose by 450 billion naira in 2 months. So these end of the stories coming right after this break. Do stay with us. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of News Express. So thank you, everyone, for staying with us. On the foreign scene, a U.S. military ship is sailing towards the Middle East carrying equipment to build a temporary pier off the coast of Gaza. The support ship, General Frank S. Besson, set sail from a military base in the state of Virginia. It comes after President Joe Biden has said the U.S. would build the floating harbor to help get aid into Gaza by sea. The United Nations has warned that famine in the Gaza Strip is almost inevitable and children are starving to death. Some 13 passengers have been rushed to the hospital after their Auckland-bound flight experienced serious turbulence. Gerald Campbell of St. John Ambulance in New Zealand said ambulance crews assessed and treated approximately 50 patients, with one patient in a serious condition and the remainder in a moderate to minor condition, adding that 13 patients had been taken to hospital by ambulance. King Charles III says that he would continue to serve to the best of his ability after his cancer diagnosis, saying he had been deeply touched by people's wishes for his health. The 75-year-old monarch, who became king in September 2022 after the death of his mother, Elizabeth II, was admitted for surgery for a benign prostate cancer in January, but was subsequently diagnosed with an unrelated cancer. He has postponed all public-facing duties while he undergoes treatments, but is continuing with behind-the-scenes work and has been holding some in-person meetings. And in business now, Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, has warned that real estate developers cutting corners would be penalized. The minister stated this at the opening of 102 units of luxury apartments, high-end offices, and the flag-off ceremony of projects Broadfield by Dynamic Mayor-Ed Company in Abuja recently. He also cautioned developers against deceiving subscribers and delivering substandard projects after collecting payments to uphold quality standards in housing projects. The federal government and the Ogun State government have given grants to more than 17,000 micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs and traders in the state. According to a statement from the Ogun State government, Vice President Kashif Shettima announced this during the second expanded National Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Business Clinic, which was held in the state recently. Office of the Vice President, in collaboration with Ogun State government, organized the MSMEs Clinic in Abeokuta, the state's capital. Let's stay in Nigeria's southwest a little now, where Oyo State's government has banned the use of styrofoam for food services, storage, and other related purposes. The State House of Assembly had, on Thursday, February 8, 2024, urged the state government to ban the use of styrofoam for food purposes in the state. It therefore inaugurated the Food Safety Compliance Enforcement Task Force to oversee the enforcement of food safety rules and regulations in the state. State Commissioner for Health, Oluwa Sherimi Adechimobi, who made this announcement during the Food Safety Stakeholders Forum and the inauguration of the task force held at the conference room of the Ministry Secretariat, Agodi in Ibadan, state capital, said the decision was part of government efforts to uphold food safety standards in the state. Crude oil earnings by the federal government increased by about 449.93 billion naira in the months of December 2023 and January 2024. That's according to analysis of data in the latest reports on Nigeria's oil production. Although the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission has yet to release oil production figures for February 2024, its latest data so far indicates that Nigeria's oil output maintained a northward movement in the months of December 2023 and January 2024. The country's oil production increased by 3.88 million barrels in December of 2023 when compared to what it pumped in the preceding month of November. Now, time to catch some excitement from the world of sports. Team Nigeria has recorded a clean sweep of gold medals on Sunday at the ongoing African Games in Ghana after 6 female wrestlers had won in their various categories. Mercy Genesis kicked off the gold medal rush, winning Nigeria's first wrestling gold medal in the 50 kg category. It was an atmosphere of joy and excitement for Nigeria after sweeping all 5 gold medals at the female wrestling events. Olympic silver medalist Blessing Oborodudu led by example as captain of the Nigerian wrestlers to defeat Blandine Nye Ngiri of Cameroon 14-4. Now, as we end News Express on Global Television, let's take a quick look at some of our top stories. President Tinubu has inaugurated aviation and agriculture projects in Minna, Niger State. Federal government has offered grants to over 17,000 MSMEs. SANU and NASU have declared a 7-day warning strike over withheld salaries. On the foreign scene, U.S. military ship has headed to Gaza to build ports. And in sports, we told you, Nigerian wrestlers have swept gold in Ghana. And that's it on News Express, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times Channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using a Global TVNG and other handles as you now see on your screen. I'm Uya Agumafwebe, thanking you so specially on behalf of the entire team here at Global Television. We'll see you again at the big one, which is News Prime.